Arianne for OHC. Welcome to Creating Space. And today we're going to talk about yoga, community, and mental health. And joining us is yoga teacher Arianne Dizon. Hi,
Hi, good evening,
Arianne.
everyone.
Good evening. Today
Hello.
we're going to talk about how yoga saved you. Nakakatawa naman. But
Mm,
first, can you please tell us, Arianne, how did you get started sa yoga?
that's a very nice question. Um, I started yoga because my son is tayo dito playing soccer. And then from there, medyo I am on the plumpier side na eh, tumataba na ako. So, while waiting for him, I have to do something na tayo dito na very worthwhile naman ng time ko, di ba? So, while
Mhm.
he's practicing soccer, yon I saw the tayo dito, the yoga studio near his school. So, sabi ko, sakto to. So, yon from there, doon nagsimula yung tayo dito, yung yoga journey ko.
And how long
Yan.
have you been practicing now?
Yung regular practice talaga, around 2016, meron siyang on and off na na practice. It's because of the tayo dito, it's yoga is expensive kasi. So I cannot sustain. I have to be honest, but I cannot sustain na yung daily practice because it's tayo dito expensive. So kaya kailangan na tayo dito I have to stop for a bit na mag-practice. Then I saw the yoga studio that fits my fits my budget, fits my schedule, and then yon from there doon naging medyo regular yung practice. Tapos
Yeah.
from the regular practice, nag-evolve na bigla ko ng pa-teacher training.
Wow. And so now you're a yoga teacher, right? When did
Yes.
you become a why did you decide to become a yoga teacher?
Actually, the story behind that is that yoga is expensive. So,
It is.
I tried to
Yes.
look for di ba? The a yoga teacher training na tayo dito. That's very good for me to practice yoga on my own. Parang sige, I will take the teacher training para yung yung budget ko for the year, parang in advance ko na para maka-practice on my own. Not knowing that there are other factors din pala when practicing. Ang hirap mag-practice when you're alone. Iba yung energy if you have people around you. You share your energy kasi while you're practicing it. So from there, nung tagita ng teacher training ako, after the teacher training, I have practicum. So in my
Mhm.
practicum, yung yung teacher ko na isa na he's letting me in his class para mag-assist. Sabi niya ganun, "Oh, I need a sub. Can you sub for me?" So parang ako, "Ha? Ano eh, tawag dito parang mag-sub ako for you? O sige, sige, hindi ako makahindi." Kasi he's always giving naman. Pag sinabi ko, I need time na makapag-assist. So siya, oh sige, join my class. Ganun siya. So parang nung
Mhm.
nagsabi siya ng sub ako, hindi ako makahindi. So palagi yan, oh, kailangan ko alin ng sub dito. Kaya ako, oh sige, so to join. Then after that, meron ng time na sabi niya, oh, I have a, tayo dito, parang class near your place. It's very far from my place, but it's near your place. Get it. Nung sinabi niya yun, parang ako, okay. Tapos ang label na nun, class ko na. It's not under his name, na sub ako, but it's my class already. So yun. From
So
there,
you were a reluctant teacher. You really just want to be a student. You had no intention of being a yoga
yes, oo.
teacher.
It's for my tayo dito my own practice talaga. It's not an intention to teach. But seeing the students na slowly yung nila, kung paano mag-evolve yung practice nila, kung paano nila from not reaching their toes, na-reach na nila yung toes nila, it brings me joy eh. Parang, uy, I am part of their yoga journey. Parang teacher nila ako. They call me teacher. I am the one to guide them on how to go and reach for that toe. Yung ganon. So yan, very happy ako with that
And eventually, you ended up teaching Mondays to Fridays, I heard.
Yes, oo. So bale ang nangyari from that tayo dito from that studio. Sabi nila, "Oh, the other studio needs tayo dito a teacher. Pwede ka bang mag doon?" So I thought it's for a sub. Turo ako. Tapos sabi gano'n, "Ay no," sabi nilang gano'n, "This is not a sub." Sabi nila gano'n, "We need a teacher." So parang ako, "O sige," kasi may connection na with the students. "O sige, I'll take this class." Tapos pagkatapos nun, pero na naman, "Oh, there's another studio opening. Pwede ka ba do'n?" Sige, hindi na ako makahindi kasi parang yung manager is a friend already. Tapos nirecommend niya ako doon sa isang manager. Tapos, ayun, from there, nadagdagan yung classes na medyo dumami na siya, tayo dito, in a day. So, yun.
Yeah, and you ended up teaching 10 classes in a week, diba? Eventually.
Yes, that is before pandemic. So, very active in a day. Parang, I get to teach. Merong days na tayo dito, three classes in a day, two classes in a day. So, talagang tayo dito, very active yung, yung schedule ko. And what's good with that is in between, I can be a mother to my kids. Kasi I have time for them. So, yun.
And you only need like an hour, diba? If you're
Yes, oo.
in
But
yoga.
whenever I teach, even though I have only 1 hour, I always ask the studio to the next class to be 30 minutes away from my class. Because after the class, I'm not like other teachers who leaves the class already. I have to sit down and ask my students, do you have any questions? Do you have any inquiries about your practice? Kasi that's when your practice starts eh. When you get, tayo dito, when you have questions about your practice, oh, bakit kaya hindi ko maabot yung pa ako? Bakit kaya nahihirapan ako sa ganito? When you wonder why you can't get into that pose, that's when your practice starts eh. That's when you explore how you will improve. So hindi lang kasi just an exercise. It's more on improving yourself. So yun.
For someone who doesn't want to teach yoga, you're actually a very good teacher, ha? You really spend time with your students.
Because it's tayo dito, it gives me the connection and it doesn't just stop there. For some, they think yung students lang ang natututo sa akin. But for me, whenever they have inquiries, there are times that I cannot answer the inquiry, and then I have to study about it. And then I will go back to that student. Oh, ito yung napag-aralan ko. Ito yung na-research ko regarding your condition. So yun, at least it's a two-way street that tayo dito, that happens during that period. Yun.
Interesting. How was your transition? Kasi you're very active from teaching 2 to 3 yoga classes in a day, diba? Tapos biglang pandemic and all the yoga studios were closed. How was that transition for you?
Actually, it was very, tayo dito, it's very devastating for me. Kasi parang, I am a person who loves going out. And tayo dito, teaching and going to the studio is one of, sinasabi ko na, this is my, tayo dito, my gimmick. Yung hindi, I do not go out to, to socialize, but, I'm working while I'm, tayo dito, I'm socializing with people. So, yun yung, tayo dito, yun yung pinakamahirap sa akin during the pandemic. Parang, Mondays to Fridays, I have 10 classes. Parang alam ko na kung ano yung galaw. Parang I know when to fetch my kids. I know when to, tayo dito, when to teach them because this is my time and this is my time for yoga. Tapos biglang nawala. So, parang ang hirap. So, parang nung nangyari yon, at first, parang, oh, sandali lang to, sandali lang to. Kasi we thought it was just 3 days or tayo dito, a
Yeah.
week, di
A
ba?
week at most,
Your
diba?
weeks
Yes.
it turns into months, tapos a year. What happened to me was, tayo dito, I can't even look at my yoga mat. I couldn't even practice. Parang, shucks, ayoko ng na to, ayoko na tignan. Parang ayoko nang gawin. Parang hindi na regular yung ko, yung everyday ko, na parang I couldn't sleep. I'll sleep around 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. Tapos hindi ko na alam yung Monday, yung Friday, yung ganon. So talagang siya. But we have a program before the dito the pandemic. Dapat may retreat kami. Tapos yung retreat
Mhm.
namin, na-delay ng na-delay. So nung na-delay yung tayo dito yung retreat namin, nung bumalik ng nung parang nag-open up na ng March 2021. So
Mm-hmm.
talagang pinush namin na na mangyari na yung retreat. Nung nangyari yung mga retreat, I got reconnected with my students and I felt good na we have face-to-face classes. After
Mm-hmm.
that one, syempre we have to take into consideration the others na hindi sila comfortable pa na na magkaroon ng face-to-face classes. So they asked me, "Teach, baka gusto mo naman mag-online."
Mm-hmm.
So, the first, tayo dito thing that went into my mind, shucks, hindi naman ako techie, guys. So, I talk to my students. When I'm in class kasi, serious. Tapos, tayo dito, when I'm out, I'm like a friend to them. Sabi ko, shucks, teacher is not techie. Ganyan pa ako. Sabi nila, sige na, teach. Tayo dito, gawan natin 'to ng ng paraan. O sige, sabi ko gano'n, let's go grow together. So the first
Mm-hmm.
month, sabi ko gano'n sa kanila, let's not tayo dito, don't give me any kasi my classes are donation based. Mamaya ako kwento ko sa inyo why is it donation based. So my classes are donation based. So sabi ko sa kanila, oh, don't give any donation ha, because this one is our trial month. Titignan natin, we'll grow together kung paano yung mangyayari. Kung kunyari, merong isa, bigla siyang nawala kasi yung internet connection niya pala. Yung ganon. So,
Mm-hmm.
tayo dito, dahan-dahan. From that March na after na retreat, nag-classes kami. And then, after that one, nung nakapana namin how to do Zoom, because I have students din na na medyo seniors na sila. So, we have to talaga, parang step by step na gawin. Tapos after that one, nung nagawa na namin, what's good with that is that regularly, every day, ang first class namin is we did yata, it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, MWF. From MWF, kasi pag pag nag-start ka na mag-yoga, medyo hahanapin na ng katawan mo. MWF, dinagdagan na namin ng TTH. So may 5 days na kami na na practice. Tapos yun, naging nadagdagan na siya ng nadagdagan ng classes.
Right, but
So
you
yeah.
said initially you don't have a lot of students.
Yeah, so I started with tayo dito siguro five students or 8 students na regular
Mm-hmm.
students. Tapos from there, medyo nawawala sila because of things happen. Meron yung iba na nag-open na ng konti, nakauwi na yung husband niya, ganon. Tapos yung the others naman, they're tayo dito, there are reasons naman. And then there came a time na tayo dito, I have 2 students na pag pumasok ng Monday yung isa hindi papasok. Pero papasok siya ng Wednesday, yung isang wala. So parang ako, ha?
So yung isa estudyante ka lang minsan.
Ha?
So you only have like one student in the
I
class,
have one
minsan?
student, but it's okay. I always tell them, you know what? If we have, tayo dito, we have cases like this na one-on-one, you have to grab it. Kasi I have my full attention on you. It means that you can improve a lot. Parang as in lahat ng attention ko na sa'yo, we can, tayo dito, we can explore. And then I can have, tayo dito, a conversation with you while we're practicing. Like, what's happening? Why, tayo dito, why can't you reach your toes right now? Kasi masakit yung thighs ko. Nabibigyan nila ako ng reason. And then from there, we learn kung ano yung magandang improvement. So, yun. Then
And
after that,
yes,
ay sorry
yes,
Karen.
yes.
So after that, what we did was nagkakaroon na rin ng students again. And then I had a teacher, siya yung nag-encourage talaga sa akin na na do an online class din. Sabi niya, I'll guide you. Sabi niya gano'n. You do your tayo dito, you make your Viber community. I'll guide you on how to do your. So siya si Teacher Krishna. She's tayo dito. Ang story namin ni Teacher I love going to yin class because there are different kinds of yoga, di ba? I love going to a yin class and she's my teacher and she doesn't know that I'm a teacher also. So, tapos one time I have to spill it out na teacher din ako kasi I need a sub for my class.
Mhm.
And then sabi ko sa kanya, pwede ka bang mag-sub? Tapos sabi niya, bakit? Kasi hindi ako pwede sa class ko. Sabi niya, teacher ka rin pala. So, we teach a different, different kind of yoga. Tapos siya yung nag-encourage talaga sa akin. And then we had this, tawag ito, yin yang 30-day challenge. From that yin yang 30-day challenge, there are a lot of people, beginners talaga sila na nag-join nung challenge na yon. That challenge naman is um, ang ginawa niya is for people to explore that they can do yoga 30 days straight. Doing yoga for 30 days straight doesn't mean that you have to do it physically. Pwede naman yung meditation, pwede naman yung restorative yoga. It doesn't have to be. Kaya nga siya yin and yang. There's yin
Mhm.
class, there's ashtanga, there's hatha, there's vinyasa. So they have a lot of tayo dito,
Yes,
parang variations of yoga. Talaga
yes.
na-explore nila. And then, ang pinakamaganda doon is the students, mga sumali, na ano rin sila, na-challenge talaga sila na, kaya ko pala tayo dito, mag-yoga for 30 days. Yun yung na-explore nila na hindi pala siya mahirap. Kailangan ko lang
Mhm.
palang give ng time for my practice. And then from there, slowly, yung community na-grow. As in, parang, uy, teach, pwede ko bang, tayo dito, i-invite si ganito? Sure. Sabi kong gano'n. Kasi what I do nga is a donation-based class. And then for
Yes.
the first class, is, tayo dito, I asked them to just come in. They don't need to pay. They just have to come in and join the class for them to feel what a yoga class is online. So,
Why is it
yun.
donation based, Ariane?
Ah, the story of a donation-based class is that, di ba yung story ko kanina, I really love to go to a yoga class, but I couldn't afford it. So I said to myself, now I am a teacher. I can be an instrument on how other people who cannot afford to tayo dito, to pay for yoga, join yoga. Kasi during the pandemic, tayo dito, madaming nawalan ng work, madami ang tayo dito, they really need to align themselves. So from there, ito yung ito yung I feel that I'm an instrument that I can help them without
Yes.
any tayo dito, parang you pay what you can. Kasi what's important for me is that you practice every day.
Mhm.
Kasi it's like I have a class, but kahit maging 20 kayo, kahit maging isa ka lang, as
Mhm.
long as you are here, there is a class. So
Mhm.
yun yung mas importante sa akin. And then if I am going to be the one who can help you through whatever you're going through, I'll be happy to oblige and to be your guide during that time when you need me. Yun. So
Wow! Grabe
yun,
yung dedication mo.
ha?
Grabe yung dedication mo. Na even if there's one person will continue the class, and you also mentioned that what's important for you is they do continue the practice.
Yes, oo. Kasi, for me naman, tayo dito, whenever you go, tayo dito, whenever the student, talagang gives me the intention na, interested ako. For
Mhm.
me, mas importante yun eh. Kasi the naman, the donation, I ask for donation, it's because, tayo dito, I have to pay for the Zoom, the internet, the, tayo dito, electricity. But, tayo dito, just to help with the bills, di ba?
Yes,
But for
yes.
naman, tawag dito for myself, if tayo dito may extra, then okay, pag wala, it's okay. Basta I can tayo dito, I just can continue yung tayo dito, yung practice online. So yun yung yung mas important for me.
I've actually met some of your students because I joined your class once. Tapos I'm
Mm.
part of the Viber group. Tapos nakakatuwa how bonded the students are and how close knit your community is. How long have you been together?
Actually, tayo dito, the community is almost, hindi pala almost a year. It's March 18 nung start namin yung yung first class. So nag 1 year na siya. But yung kasi yung bonding before, when my students cannot come into class, I always check up on them. Parang, oh, how are you? Kasi parang concern ako, bakit hindi nakakapunta ng class? Sasabihin, teach, sorry, hindi lang ako nagising. So that's okay with me. Basta ano, tayo dito, walang may sakit. Alam mo yun, parang okay sa akin. I just check up on them to to see kung kamusta na nga talaga. And then when the community grew, ang nakakatuwa, sila, oh bakit wala si ganito? Bakit wala si ganyan?
So they check
Tapos,
on each other.
yes, they check upon each other. Tapos parang, oh, nasan si ano, bakit wala ngayon? So, magre-reply siya na, ay, sorry po, kasi may work lang today, pero tomorrow magpa-practice na ako. Alam mo yung parang, um, yung community, hindi lang siya for practice ng yoga eh. Nag-grow din siya ng nag-friendship, ng ano, tapos, ang funny pa, kasi, tayo dito, we had a retreat, another retreat, nung
Mhm.
March 2022. And for
Mhm.
some, nawala na sa isip ko kasi parang ang close-close na nila. Nung nagka-retreat kami, nagkita sila ng face-to-face, parang ako, oh no, oo nga pala. This is the first time that they'll see each other kasi online kami na ano. So parang ang ganda lang din kasi parang yung community, talagang nag-build na siya ng friendship. Alam mo yon.
Yeah, I
Tapos,
saw they're even giving each other fruits. As in, they're
oo,
standing
bibigyan ng
together.
fruits.
Durian,
Tapos meron
ganyan,
pa,
ganyan.
what I love with the community is there is I do seva or the service.
Yes.
With the service, what we do is every month we have a class. Na all the proceeds for that class will go to that tayo dito chosen charity. Tapos
Mm.
tayo dito meron din yung isa naman, merong na accident na na friend or tayo dito family friend. Tapos she bakes lahat ng proceeds from her baked goodies mapapapunta dun sa sa person na yun. So alam mo yun, parang yung community parang do not fret. Tutulungan namin kayo. Parang wala nang parang sobrang helpful nilang lahat.
And you
Yun.
also mentioned that the community yoga saved you as well. Can you tell us
Yes,
more about
because
that?
nga 'di ba, yun na nakukuwento ko na kanina, parang I used to tawag dito, I used to have ten classes 'di ba in a week. Tapos biglang nawala.
Mhm.
Tapos hindi ko na alam yung Monday and Friday kung anong oras na ba ng araw. Alam mo yung parang hindi na ako sinisikatan ng araw gano'n. Kasi nasa kwarto na lang ako. And then yung community, because I have students and I know that the students are waiting for me in the morning. I have to wake up in the morning kahit ayaw ko na gumising. And then from there, parang alam mo tayo dito, they're one of the reasons why I have to wake up in the morning because I need to tayo dito, I need to conduct a class. So
Yeah.
yun, this one tayo dito, the community saved me from tayo dito, from depression. And then and maganda dito, ang tinuro niya sa akin is you just have to continue with life. Kasi
Mhm.
parang tayo dito, you're a teacher, you're a guide. And then there are a lot of people you inspire. So paano pag wala na ako, 'di ba? Parang paano na 'yon? Eh di sayang naman ng mga tawag dito, mga inspiration. So 'yun.
Ang galing
'Yan
yung
yung
sinasabi mo, just continue with life. And somebody saying, mayogas, yan, let, ayan, ine-echo nila yung sinasabi mo. Pero nakakatuwa yung sinasabi mo, yung just continue with life. Feeling ko that's a message we all need right now also. Like a lot of people
yes,
are
'di ba?
heartbroken with what's
Mm.
happening right now. It's like, yeah, yeah, just continue with
Parang
life.
sometimes you think about what if this life ends right now? Merong ganong question, 'di ba? But
Mhm.
what if this life continues? And then when you continue that life, parang may isip mo, yung student ko, may sasabihin sa akin yung student ko na tayo dito, uy, teach, magme-message sa'yo, teach, thank you kasi nakapag-bind ako today. Alam mo yung napaka-simple for others. Pero for me, it's a big thing. Parang I am there. I am with them during that journey. Tapos meron din yung iba, alam mo, tayo dito, with my students, parang na-inspire ako sa kanila. Kasi they keep on showing up, practice sila ng practice. Tapos, for the others, I feel, meron iba na tayo dito nakikita ko medyo frustrate, pero they're happy kasi they have, tayo dito, company ng mga other students din. And then there's a day, magugulat na lang kami lahat, kahit yung ibang students. Kasi what I do is tayo dito, I ask permission from them first. Oh, today we are going to record the class. Today I am going to ano tayo dito, during the class I'm gonna take pictures so you can see yourself. Kasi even as a teacher, I don't know if I'm doing the right postures eh. But if they see their pictures, ganun pala yung itsura ko. So, pwede ko palang i-push ng konti. Medyo konti pa na tayo dito, na ano yun, na konting effort pa, magiging mas maganda pala yung yung post when I do it. So yun, from there, nakikita nila, oh, ganito pala. So, naayos nila yung poses nila. And then, for me, I get inspired. Kasi, oh, ibig sabihin, I am still here because they need me. I am still here because I am going to guide them through their practice. So yun.
Nakakatuwa. And you also talk about discipline eh. You have one post when you said that sometimes there are days that you just don't want to do it. There are days
Mm-hmm.
that you just want to stop. But it's really also this discipline that keeps you going. Can you talk about discipline naman and the yoga practice?
Oh, actually, for that one, ang ano doon is, there are days talaga that you don't want to show up on your mat, di ba? Kanina kinukwento ko na sa inyo, talagang ayaw ko na siyang tingnan. Kahit tingnan ko lang siya, ayaw ko na. Parang
So
itabi
you
niyo na
really
yan. Ayaw ko na makita yung yoga mat ko. May ganun eh. May days na ayaw mo na mag-show up. But I always teach my students, when you come into class, it doesn't have to be 100% that you give into the pose. Kasi there are days like for some, like we are tayo dito, we are women. We have our monthly period. And when we have our monthly period, you really feel na parang medyo mas may added na 'di ba? Na weight on you, na parang napapagod ka on that day. So you don't have to exert a lot of effort every time you practice. You just have to be there. Kasi when you are there, there's just one day na magugulat ka na lang, uy, nag-improve na. Kasi pag tayo dito parang pag yung improvement palagi ang tinitignan mo, baka ma-frustrate ka kasi binibigyan mo ng sariling timeline yung yung body mo eh. But if you just give into the practice, then your body will follow eh. It will show you in time, in God's perfect time. Di ba sabi nga nila, kung ano yung dapat na magiging tayo dito, yung magiging posture mo talaga. Because
so
we have different anatomies. Oo. I always tell my students, guys, we have different anatomies. Merong iba, mas mahaba ang kamay nila, meron sila, mas madali sila mag-bind. There are some who can fold forward. For me, as a teacher, sabi kong ganun sa kanila, I cannot even extend my leg for a very long time. Sabi kong ganun sa kanila. But I respect my body because that is my body's capability. So yun. From that lang, pag naintindihan na nila yun na, I have different anatomy eh. So I don't have to compete with the other person beside me or the other person on the other screen. 'Di ba? So yun yung palagi kong sinasabi sa kanila. You just have to respect your anatomy. You are so unique and you have to tayo dito, you have to embrace it.
So yoga actually help you get out of, like you said, staying in your room the whole day and like being awake at
Yes.
6 a.m. and does it
Mm-mm.
how can yoga naman help the other members of the community? Do you have like stories from them or anecdotes from them?
Oh, I have some na din, tawag dito, I have students na like me, dumadaan na rin sa depression because of what's happening, di ba? And then you can get out of the house. From there, kasi what others think of yoga is just a physical practice. It's not. Sometimes you need your tawag dito, your talk therapy, 'di ba? You talk to your students. And what I practice with our tawag dito, with our community is that in the morning while waiting for the others, we talk. Kasi importante yun eh. And then after the class, I asked everyone, oh, do you have any questions? Do you have anything to share? Yung ganun. Kasi from there, doon nila mano eh. Tayo dito mararamdaman na, ito pala yung yun yung practice. It's not just the physical. It's the mental din.
At saka you're not alone because you're with other
Yes!
people.
Oo. Mm-mm. So, I have students din naman na tayo dito na, and I appreciate nung sasabi na, oh, teach, tayo dito, I really want to practice. Pero medyo
Mm.
ano lang, tawag dito, may budget constraint ako ngayon. Ay, sabi ko gano'n, hindi natin pag-uusapan 'yan. Kasi sa akin, what I need from you is you need to practice. For now, you can't tayo dito can't share, it's okay. Kasi ganyan talagang buhay, hindi naman palaging meron. But you just keep on practicing. Kasi parang, um, for me, yung ano tayo dito, your practice is very important. Nandun yung time mo Minsan na-hold lang, kasi dahil ngayon nga yung thinking natin, sabi ko ganun, pinagdaanan ko na yan. And I don't want you to go through that ordeal na pinagdaanan ko na tuloy-tuloy na dapat practice ko hindi ko lang kaya dahil sa financial.
Mm.
But I can physically. Yung gano'n. So,
Yeah.
yun yung gusto kong ituro sa kanila.
Wow, thank you for advocating for yoga. But also, what's interesting is we're going to have a part. We're going to partner with Ariane, so we're going to actually promote Ariane's classes. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually, it's the whole week. Monday to Friday. So, natutuwa kami sa advocacy mo talaga that you're making yoga reachable. Kasi even me, when I was starting yoga practice during the pandemic, parang ang daming considerations. Dapat maayos yung, alam mo, hindi
Yes.
ka madami punta sa klase ha. Ang dami mo na
Oo.
nagastos. At saka naman mga concerns kasi yung water jog mo dapat maayos, dapat yung damit mo maayos.
Maayos. Oo.
Yung mga ganong stuff na parang minsan talaga, it's really like yeah, when you say expensive, it's expensive to go to a yoga class. It's not just the classes; it's all the things that you have to bring to get
Oo.
to get to that class. So thank you for making it like accessible talaga for everyone. And can you tell us like when we're going like what can we expect from your classes? Because we're going to ask people to register for your class.
Sorry, can you tayo dito, say that again? I wasn't
Can
able
you
to hear
tell
it.
us what to expect from your classes?
Oh, so for my classes, all you need to do is just to be there. Number one, you need to be there. And you don't have to have tayo dito, because it's an online class. You don't have to have a jog na napakaganda. You just have to have your water beside you, and then we won't see it because you won't put it in your camera naman, 'di ba? So another is for the mats, I just recommend yung mat or yung flooring ninyo na hindi slippery, or you just have your towel with you. Okay lang 'yun, just hindi siya slippery, because for me, ang number one is your safety when you do your practice. And then, for the clothes, you don't have to be, tayo dito, di ba meron yung iba, kailangan fashionable yung clothes ko, no? You just
Yeah.
have to be, tayo dito, on your clothes na comfortable kayo. Yun lang yun. Yun yung pinaka-importante doon. And your presence is the most important thing that you need when you attend the class. So, yun.
Right. And
Hmm.
then it's going to be Mondays to Fridays. Can you tell us about the schedule? Yeah.
The schedule naman, we have a Monday and Friday, 7 o'clock to 8 a.m. in the
Mhm.
morning. That is your Ashtanga day. So for the beginners who wants to try Ashtanga, because Ashtanga is a series of poses na you do it every time. So you can join the class, and from there we can slowly start your yoga journey and your Ashtanga practice. And then we have the Wednesday Hatha, which is Hatha is best for beginners kasi siya yung slow flow. Then if you want to join that class, it's 7 to 8 also. And then for your actually, what we do this week class during Tuesday and Thursday is Vinyin. Actually, it's a vinyasa class for 30 minutes. And then it's after the 30 minutes vinyasa class, we have a yin class where you hold the poses for a longer period of time, and it's very relaxing. As in, you have to like dito, bring in your pillows, your blocks, your bolsters when
I
you attend that class. And tayo dito, it's for 45 minutes. We did two classes kasi yung mga others na nag-office by 6 p.m., pag hindi sila naka-attend ng vinyasa class, room is open by 6:30 to join in
so
for
the
the
year
yin.
class.
Oo, hindi
Oh,
na sila
I
naka-attend ng yin class. And hindi ako ano, tawag dito, hindi ako mahigpit for ano, for late. Although that is one of the disciplines, di ba? I
Yeah,
take into
you have to come
consideration
early.
kasi because there are other people na coming from ano office. So if they can hop into the class, they can hop into the class kung gusto nila. If it's a
Yeah,
vinyasa, hatha, and ashtanga class, what's important lang is that they are warmed up before they hop into the class. So sasabihin ko sa kanila, oh guys, you can do your ano, tayo dito, kahit mag-stretching kayo on your own for ano, for 1 minute para warm lang. Kasi kung hindi warm, magiging ano, tayo dito, magkakakos ng injuries. But in
yeah.
your yin class, nako, you just ano, hop into the class and you don't need to be warm up because your yin class is ano, you have to be cool naman.
Right.
So yun,
I
you can ano,
love it. I
you
love
can
it. It's
join
one
into
of my
in your
favorites.
pajama if you want
Pwede na
during the yin class.
matulog right after.
Oh, yes. So yan.
Nakakatuwa, no? How you love yoga so much and how now you're sharing this love you have for yoga to many others. There are a lot of comments on the chat box. Lali, hindi ko na, can you please flash it? I know there's a comment about how a dedicated teacher you are. I see to my classes. Ayan, Lali saying, you're a very dedicated and passionate teacher. I can see how you really love teaching yoga and your students. Can you share the other comments of other people? See, if you have questions for teacher Arian, for Arian, please let us know. Pero alam mo, Arian, I believe na ang galing mong with your yoga kasi they can always do it on YouTube eh. Di ba? Pero there's a lot of yoga videos on YouTube. Kaya lang, ako personally, hindi ako makatapos. Yung mga 30-day challenges. Nakakatawa. Hindi ko matapos. Feeling ko talaga ako personally, I need a community. Para kailangan
Mm.
ng ganong push eh.
Kasi whenever I teach, I always think when I teach, I am the teacher. And then from there, I ano tayo dito, I wear the shoes of the students. Kasi nung estudyante ako, gusto ko ganito pag nagturo yung teacher. May ganyan ako. So,
Mm-mm.
whenever I do yung ano, yung mga YouTube, yung mga videos, I have to admit that I skip yung mga poses na, mahirap tong post na to ah. Ma-forward nga ng konti. Yung gano'n, di ba?
Ako din,
So,
ako din.
I admit that I do
Gaya.
that. So, oo. So, parang ako, nung ano, tayo dito, nung nasa isip ko na ano ko, tayo dito, magka-classes ako, what will be the difference if I do an online class and a YouTube class? So from there, gusto ko talagang i-differentiate siya. Kasi when you do your YouTube class, you can forward it, you can go back to the post. But when you do and ano tayo dito, join my class, during the class, I will always align you. I will always ask you to ano tayo dito, to check on your poses. And I will be there to guide you talaga. Unlike for YouTube, kung mali na yung ginagawa mo, hindi nila kayang i-correct yung ano tayo dito, yung mga postures mo. There will be no guidance when you do your your yoga practice with the YouTube or kung sino man yung pinapanood sa YouTube. So in
Here you will be
online,
guided. No?
yes, in online, there will be ano, tayo dito, ang pinakamaganda doon, it's not just me who's guiding you. There's a community who will cheer you whenever you do your poses, whenever you achieve something, when you do your poses. Kahit hindi yan yung great na ano, tayo dito na nakabind ka, kahit
Mm-mm.
yung simpleng ano lang, tayo dito, difference. Merong community na talagang alam mo yun, merong community na mag-ano, mag-hug sa'yo, mag-embrace sa'yo on what you're doing. So, yan.
So that is also the reason why we're not going to record the classes. Because initially, we
Yes.
can record the classes and show it to other people, but that's not how your class is.
It's not
But
ano
it's how
kasi,
it goes.
kasi po na, tayo dito, in our class, what we do is once a month, we record the classes. It's for the students kasi it's ano, tayo dito, ano, one thing is for the data privacy of the students, di ba? And then another is for them to see ano yung difference nila whenever they do the poses. And then from there, ang maganda doon, nako-compare nila from last month, from this month, ano yung difference nung practice ko. So yun yung ano, yun yung mga maganda doon when you do your ano, tawag dito your practices na ano, na hindi siya um YouTube or you're just watching the ano, the teacher and then you copy it.
Yeah, so that's the first difference. So we're inviting you. Actually, tomorrow there's a class already at 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a link there, so you can just register there, and you can. It's a tryout class. The
Yes.
first class, try out lang muna and see if that is something for you. Pero what's the benefit? I'm sure you've been practicing since 2016. That's like a lot of years already. Around 6 years na, no? Tama
6
ba?
years. Ano? Oo
Oo,
nga na,
ang
I'm not
tagal
counting
na.
kasi parang, oh no, ang tagal na pala.
And
Yeah.
you moved from being a student to being a teacher. Why have you been practicing yoga for such a long time? And why are you
It's
and now you're sharing it? What has it given you?
for me, yoga is not just ano. At first, I started yoga. Looking at yoga, it's just a physical practice for me. Kailangan ko kasi pumayat eh. Kasi I'm on the plumpier side. So parang, and I have to do something while waiting for my son. Yun yung ano, yun yung mga main reasons ko before na ano, tayo dito na mag-yoga ko. And then, little by little, when I started practicing, I realized that it's not just the physical ano, the aspect ng ano, tayo dito ng yoga. And then you get to be mindful. If you've known me before I do yoga, mainit din ang ulo ko. And then you turn out to be mindful person na parang it will change you. And then you see it's not just the physical part. It's something that's ano emotional, yung yoga practice mo. Kasi whenever you do your practice, sasabihin sa'yo ng teacher mo, o you set your intention for today's practice. My first, ano tayo dito, intention was, I am going to, ano tayo dito, get thinner. But after that, when I learned about more of yoga, being thin is not my goal anymore. My goal changed into I have to embrace my anatomy. This is my anatomy. There are some, mali talaga yung mukha. Merong some talagang parang round ang face, ganon. So, from there, I have to teach my students na ano, tayo dito, that I have to, ano, tayo dito, you have to visit kung ano yung binigay sa'yo. Kasi before, ano, tayo dito, I forgot to tell you, I used to sit on a wheelchair. And then from there, kasi nagkaroon ako ng accident, nabusan ako ng ano, ng mantika sa legs. So from there, sabi
Oh,
nung doctor, you have to move around, sabi niya gano'n, or else magdidikit-dikit yung skin mo, you won't be able to walk. Sabi niya gano'n, tinakot ako, no? Tinakot ako. So,
oo.
so from there, parang ako, I need to celebrate what I can do with my body. So kaya kong maglakad, kaya kong i-reach yung toes ko, kaya kong gawin tong pose na to. So from there, parang, I am celebrating my, ano, myself. I am celebrating what my body can do. And then, I'm embracing what my anatomy is. And then I have to teach people that if you come to yoga, ang palaging tinatanong, but I'm not stretch, ano tayo dito, I do not stretch a lot. Hindi ganun yung body ko. Parang ko, no. Parang, you come to yoga because you want to do yoga. And from there, little by little, doon magsa-start yung journey mo. Doon magsa-start yung kung ano yung kailangan simulan. And the best thing is, whenever you think that you want to start your yoga practice, that is the time that your yoga journey starts. So
Yeah.
yun.
I'm so
Ay,
inspired. I'll
I
go
have
back
to
to
add
yoga
pala
now.
ha.
Yes,
Oo,
yes,
I
yes.
have to add. Kasi nga, because people, sinasabi nila, pag medyo nandun sila sa plumpier side, sabihin nilang ganun, hindi ako payat eh, kaya hindi ko maabot yung pa ako. No, it's
Mm.
not that. It's ano tayo dito, your practice. Kasi palagi ang thinking nila, pag nagpa-practice ng yoga, kailangan payat ka, kailangan
Mm.
nag-show na yung reps mo, 'di ba? Kailangan wala kang bilbil. No, yoga will be the one to help you achieve that if you want to achieve that.
Right.
And it's just tayo dito with yourself if you want to embrace what your body can give you.
Yeah.
So yun yung
For,
important.
yeah. For me, yoga has never been physical talaga. Kasi I love lang that I go to yoga. Ako rin, I used to go to yoga studios before. I just love that I have a time just for myself and I'm not doing anything. Like parang for me talaga rin, just going to the mat and going to the yoga class is like an accomplishment. Parang, yay! I gave
Oh.
time for myself. So it's why I really resonate with you that it's very holistic. It's physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's even social, di ba? Because you work with a community. So parang it's really very holistic. Yeah, I love to practice too. Pero yan, I need the discipline. And I need the community. Yeah, minsan kasi talaga nakakalimutan. So thank you so much, Arian, for really making yoga accessible to everyone and for
Mhm.
like and making it a daily habit. Like you're giving it Mondays until Fridays and you're not just like focusing on one. You have yin, you have ashtanga, you have
Mm.
vinyasa. So
Kasi
nakakatuwa.
tayo dito, for me naman, that's why I give variations of different tayo dito yoga types. It's because when I started yoga, I really love yin. So yin lang yung pinapasukan ko. But
Mm.
if you open up the door for the other people to see what's inside the other practices, maybe they will see na, ano pala, tawag dito, yun pala yung meron dun sa practice na yun. At least na-explore nila, di ba? And can I share another story? Ang
Yes,
funny
please.
story
Yes,
nito.
please.
Ang funny story nito, ito favorite story ko of all because when I started my tayo dito yoga teacher training, I went for Ashtanga tayo dito yoga teacher training.
Mhm.
And paano ako napupunta sa Ashtanga class? I love yin yoga class. And the style of the teacher
So,
is after the
hindi sa
class,
opposite si Ashtanga sa yin.
yes, it's
Diba?
very opposite, 'di ba? Kaya ito very funny story ito kasi ang nangyari sa akin, I love going to yin yoga class. Tapos nung nag-join ako sa class, join ako ng class, the style of the teacher was if after your shavasana, she will not wake you up. She will leave you. Bahala ka. Kasi your shavasana is your 'di ba? Parang recovery period mo. So you can stay there. And then there's 30 minutes gap for the next class.
Wow,
And the
pwede ka
next
matulog for
class,
30 minutes?
you can sleep, yes. So, you can stay there. Kasi ang ginagawa ng iba, nagba-back-to-back classes talaga. So,
Right.
the other class is Ashtanga. I was not able to wake up before the class starts. So, ito na yung teacher. Okay, let's start the class. Gising ako. Ashtanga. So, wala na ako okay, join ako dito. So, ayun, yun yung yung story ko. Tapos parang from there, nagustuhan ko yung structure niya. Hindi ko pa siya naiintindihan nung una, parang
Mhm.
nakakapagod naman 'to, binyasa ng binyasa, may transition pa. Tapos parang ang ko dun sa teacher, parang galit siya sa akin kasi tawag dito parang pabinyasa siya ng pabinyasa, may galit ba siya sa akin? Pero when I tawag dito when I learned, maganda kasi when the teacher tawag dito explains you why are you doing those poses, 'di ba? Kasi parang bakit ko ba ginagawa 'to? Bakit ko pinahirapan yung sarili ko? Yung gano'n. So, nung sinabi ng teacher namin, you're doing your vinyasa because you are going to reset your breath. And from there, I gained their tawag dito the knowledge na hindi niyo ako pinahihirapan. Yung gano'n. Parang it's for my own good. Kaya siya 'di ba? Because I need to reset my breath. Ang ganda pala nung no, nung meaning no, nakala ko, papahirap lang siya. Gano'n.
Not a
So,
punishment
yun.
for you.
Oo,
Yeah.
parang hindi ko nagawa yung post. Baka siguro pinahirapan niya ako kasi hindi ko nagawa yung post. But no, it's not that. It's because you need to reset your breath. So
Right.
yeah.
For people, I guess, final question, for people who still have that, meron talaga connection sa yoga na. Yoga pang
Hmm.
mayaman na yan. Yoga
Oo.
para sa me time. Yoga pang social lang yan, yung mga ganon. For people who are still don't like to at least just try out yoga, what can you, what can you tell them?
Oh, you need to come into my class. Number one, it's because if you come into my class, you will never feel that. You will never feel that you have to tayo dito to be tayo dito to be able to buy branded na mga tayo dito mga stuff just to join the yoga class. All you need is your presence to be in that class. And the rest, the community will be the one to tayo dito to let you feel that you are welcome in that community. So yeah.
I can attest to that. I've just joined the class once, and I really felt the love of the community right away. At saka nakakatuwa to be part of the Viber group. Like, they're checking on each other, they're giving each other fruits, gumanya. Alam mo, parang kaibigan talaga sila inside the community. So you have a support group even outside the class.
Yes. And after the practice, ang maganda doon, parang after the practice, tayo dito, ang ginagawa ko kasi, this is your pose. Parang pinapakita ko yung mga I have snapshots of them doing the poses. Tapos
Mm.
noon, pag nakikita, ano yung nakikita ninyo? Wow, ang ganda ng pose ni ganito during this day. Ang ganda na-achieve niya yung wow, nakapag-bind si today. As in talagang after that, talagang magugulat ka, chini-cheer nila yung isa't isa, yung ganun. Tapos yung iba, kung if they feel that, tayo dito, parang, hindi ako nakabind today. Alam mo yun, parang words of encouragement naman ibibigay ng mga nung community sa'yo. So, yan.
So yeah, so inviting everyone, please sign up to the class. We have links in the chat box. It's yeah. Please sign up. You have to register because you have to know the name of the contact person you're with because sometimes talaga some things happen in the class. So we need to get in touch. Teacher siguro Arian, best if you're the one to explain why they need to register the name of the contact person, bakit
Yeah.
for their number.
So, if they'll see the form, magugulat sila bakit ang dami namang hinihingi. No, it's just because I need to know more, tayo dito, getting to know you. And then, first things first, whenever you join my class, I will ask you if this is your first time. I need to know if you have other experiences with yoga. And then, if you're practicing, for how long? And then, kababalik mo ba lang? Kasi minsan, when you lag on practice, kailangan mag-reset, 'di ba? May ganon. And then there are days that we need emergency contact person. It's just for safety that if ever you're doing your practice and then something happens, at least we can help someone. We can call someone to help you, 'di ba? If not that tayo dito, for me I have students na nasa US, ganon. So, mahirap, hindi natin kayang puntahan agad siya, di ba? So, at least we have the, tayo dito, the emergency contact person of that, tayo dito, that student. Yun. So,
So
yan.
that's why you have to register. So again, I'd like
Yes.
to invite you please register to the community yoga class that's going to be every Mondays to Fridays, tapos different styles of yoga. And then teacher Arian, final message for everybody, like any parting words for everybody listening and replaying the interview.
If you feel right now that there is a need for you to join into the class, that's when your yoga journey starts. And I would love to be there when your journey starts. Um, Another is yoga doesn't have to be tayo dito, expensive. It's a way of giving. And then you heard my story on how I started with yoga. So I am helping you for you not to tayo dito, to experience that. I just want you to continue your practice and join us. Join the community. Join Arian and Asana's community so that you can go on and continue your yoga journey. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Ariane. I'm definitely joining tomorrow. And we'll invite everybody else to join the class.
Yes.
Okay?
Hmm.
So see you in the yoga mat, everybody. And bye for now. Thank you so much, Ariane, for this conversation.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for what you do for the community. Nakakatuwa. Maraming salamat. Bye for now, everyone. See you
Bye.